We're looking from the bow, looking from the stern to the bow. I've sanded inside and out, found some more cracks and ribs and planks, and I'm kind of ready for the next step, which is removing and refinishing and remaking stuff. So I'm looking for some direction on that. Here are the port, rail, and outwale. Outwale's in one piece. I think it doesn't really need much. I think it's in pretty good shape. The rail is in one piece. I think what I might do is sand that down and repaint it to match the color they're going to paint the inside of the boat. And here are the starboard rail on the left and outwale on the right. This outwale split into two pieces. Probably needs to be remade or scarfed or something. So I haven't sanded that down. It's still in the original lead paint. So these are the deck and seat plates and thwarts. I think I'm going to just remake all of these, or most of them. I don't really want to deal with taking the lead paint off, but otherwise they're in pretty good shape. And that's the boat. This is the bow stem. It doesn't seem to be rotten. You can't poke through it. So I'm thinking it just needs to be sealed up and covered with a keel like it was. Okay, this is after sanding. There's still a lot of this gray stuff on this side of the stern. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's filler. It's hard to sand off. It's pretty tough. I guess I need to know does this need to go down to the bare wood or just smooth? So here's a patch. It's just 4 or 5 inches long. I assume that plank's got to be replaced, or we need to put in a longer patch there. And here's another one just like it. Short one that needs to be lengthened. And here's a longer one, still needs to be lengthened. This section here is kind of splintered. It's fine on the inside. So I'm wondering, I'm not looking at the patch, I'm looking at the splintered section below it. Does that need to be replaced or filled, or what's the best way to fix that? This is a little gouge in the hull. The splinters come in on the inside. I need to know whether that means the plank needs to go or whether there's a better way to fix it. This is another patch in the bottom, and there's a little patch next to it that probably needs to be fixed. I've sanded the hull inside. Here's a rib that's been sawed in two that needs to be fixed. We've already identified that one. Here's another one we identified before that needs to be replaced. This is a new one that showed up when I was sanding. It's a hairline crack. Need to know whether it needs to be replaced or not. The rails came off. There was some built-up stuff underneath them. It looks like they may have been glued in place. Is that something that's done? I had sanded them down as best I could. There's still, some unevenness there. I don't think that's going to matter because the rail's going to cover it up. I just wonder if we should glue the rails back or just screw them in. There are quite a few splits in the tops of the ribs. I'm wondering what to do about those. Do they need to be replaced, repaired, glued back together? How do you make a decision on that? Here's another one that's been split off. So I think I got about a dozen of these in various different spots.